Hello and welcome back. This is a Pinch of Business English, our series about meetings and negotiation. I'm so happy you're here. This is Episode 4. Today we learned something very useful: how to propose ideas and suggest alternatives. At work, we often need new ideas. One person makes a suggestion, and then other people add more options. This is how good teams solve problems together. You will hear Maya, a team leader, and David, her manager. Last time, David was worried. The blue logo looked too similar to a competitor. So now the team needs a new plan. Don't worry, I will speak slowly. You don't need to speak. Just listen and understand. Are you ready? Let's begin. Today, we learn how to propose ideas and suggest alternatives. This is very useful in meetings. When there is a problem, a good team makes many suggestions and then chooses the best one. Let's look at 5 phrases. First, when you want to make a friendly suggestion, you can say, "How about we," for example, "How about we hire a design company?" "How about we," is a soft, open way to share an idea. Next, when you want to propose your idea clearly, you can say, "I'd suggest." "I'd suggest" is short for "I would suggest." For example, I'd suggest asking the customers first. It sounds professional and calm. Next, when there is already one idea, but you want to offer a different one, you can say, "As an alternative, we could do rishi pukikai." For example, as an alternative, we could change only the color. As an alternative, we could Iatis opens a second door. Next, when you want to propose a solution to the group, you can say, "Why don't we," for example, "Why don't we run a survey?" "Why don't we," invites the team to act together. And last, when you want to add one more choice, you can say, "Another option is," for example, "Another option is to start fresh." Another option is, puts one more idea on the table. So, 5 phrases. How about we, I'd suggest. As an alternative, we could, why don't we? And another option is, yo. Now let's meet Maya and David and hear a meeting full of good ideas. Maya and David are in a meeting with the team. It is the logo project again. Last week, David had a concern. The blue logo looked too similar to their competitor. The team changed the color, but they are still not happy. The logo needs more work. Maya wants a fresh, professional idea.
Okay, team, our logo still isn't right. We need help. How about we hire an outside design company? I'd suggest a small studio, one that knows our industry.
Maya makes the first suggestion. She wants to hire a design company. David listens, and he thinks about the cost.
That's a good idea, Maya, but a design company can be expensive. As an alternative, we could modify the current design ourselves. We already changed the color. Maybe we only need small changes.
David offers an alternative. He wants to fix the current logo, not start over. Now a team member has another idea.
Both are good points. But before we decide, why don't we run a small survey? Let's ask our customers which logo they like.
Maya proposes a solution. Ask the customers first. The team likes this. Then David adds one more choice.
I like the survey, and another option is to start completely fresh. A new logo, new colors, new shape. It is more work, but maybe it is the safest choice.
Now the team has many ideas. Hire a company, modify the design, run a survey, or start fresh. Maya writes them all on the board. This is a good meeting, full of options.
Great teamwork, everyone. Let's do this. First, we run the survey. Then, with the results, we talk to a design company. I'd suggest we start the survey this week.
That sounds perfect. A survey first, then a professional. I'm happy with that plan.
Everyone agrees. No stress, no fight. Just many good ideas and one clear plan. The team is moving forward together. Now let's check the story together. I will ask some questions. You can answer in your head in the quiet time. Ready? Maya suggests hiring an outside design company. Does Maya suggest hiring a design company? Does she suggest hiring a company or doing nothing? What does Maya suggest? Maya suggests hiring an outside design company. She said, "How about we hire an outside design company? And I'd suggest a small studio." David offers an alternative. Modify the current design. Does David offer an alternative idea? Does he want to modify the current design or throw it away? What is David's alternative? David wants to modify the current design. He said, "As an alternative, we could modify the current design ourselves." Maya proposes a solution. Run a survey and ask the customers. Does Maya propose a survey? Does she want to ask the customers or ignore them? Why does Maya want a survey? Maya wants to hear the customers before deciding. She said, "Why don't we run a small survey?" David adds one more option. Start completely fresh. Does David add another option? Does he want to start fresh or keep everything the same? What is David's extra option? David's extra option is to start fresh. A new logo, new colors, new shape. He said another option is to start completely fresh. The team makes a clear plan. First a survey, then a design company. Does the team make a plan? Do they run the survey first or hire the company first? What is the team's plan? The plan is, first, run the survey, then talk to a design company. Many ideas became one clear plan. Now, listen to the same meeting in the present. It is happening now. The logo still isn't right and the team needs new ideas. Maya says, "How about we hire an outside design company? I'd suggest a small studio." David says, "As an alternative, we could modify the current design." Maya says, "Why don't we run a survey first?" David says, "Another option is to start fresh." The team writes all the ideas on the board. They choose a plan, survey first, then a design company. It happens today. Now the same meeting, but in the past. Yesterday the logo still wasn't right and the team needed new ideas. Maya said, "How about we hire an outside design company? I'd suggest a small studio." David said, "As an alternative, we could modify the current design." Maya said, "Why don't we run a survey first?" David said, "Another option is to start fresh." The team wrote all the ideas on the board. They chose a plan. Survey first, then a design company. It happened yesterday. And now imagine, if the team had only one idea, the meeting would be short and weak. But this team would share many ideas. Maya would say, "How about we hire a design company?" David would say, "As an alternative, we could modify the current design." Maya would say, "Why don't we run a survey?" David would say, "Another option is to start fresh." If they worked together like this, they would find the best plan, and the logo would finally be right. Number 1. How about we? A soft, friendly way to make a suggestion to the group. For example, how about we hire an outside design company? Number 2. I'd suggest a calm, professional way to propose your idea. I would. For example, I'd suggest a small studio that knows our industry. Number 3, as an alternative, we could a polite way to offer a different idea when one idea is already on the table. For example, as an alternative, we could modify the current design ourselves. Number 4, why don't we a friendly way to propose a solution and invite the team to act together. For example, why don't we run a small survey and ask the customers? Number 5, another option is a simple way to add one more choice to the discussion. For example, another option is to start completely fresh. And that's the end of Episode 4. Well done. Today, the team had a problem. But instead of stress, they made many good suggestions and found a clear plan. Let's remember our 5 phrases one more time. How about I'd suggest, as an alternative, we could, why don't we, and another option is, try one of these the next time your team needs a new idea. Remember, good meetings are full of options. Visit the link below for a free transcript and the key phrases. In the next episode, the meeting gets busy, and we learn how to interrupt politely and take the floor. That's Episode 5. See you next time. Bye-bye.